Good afternoon, YouTube. So this is my 82 Volkswagen pickup, or Caddy as it's called in Europe. And one of the things I've done to it a number of years back, if you can see there, you can see the blue boot on the front strut insert, and that's a Bilstein heavy-duty A1 strut insert. And I really like the ride that gives the vehicle. The heavy duty or HD inserts are set up for stock ride height, and so I have stock ride height, and that works pretty good. But let me show you what else I did to improve the ride. So here we are in the back of the pickup underneath, and you can see I've also got a Bilstein shock for the rear axle. And if you look up the application information for Bilstein, they do not list a rear shock absorber for the Volkswagen pickup. They do for the Rabbit and Jetta and all the other sedan models, but they do not make one for the pickup. So I'll show you how I got that in there. Yeah, so it turns out Bilstein makes shock absorbers for many vehicles, and this one happens to be off of a Volvo 760. And this is the rear shock for the Volvo, and it's about the right length for the Volkswagen pickup, right compressed and extended length. But there is a problem. 4 of them, to be precise, are these sleeves in the bushings. So the Volvo shock mounts are wider than the bushing, and they also use a 12mm bolt. The Volkswagen pickup, on the other hand, uses a much narrower sleeve, because that's how wide the shock mounts are. And then the other difference is Volvo uses a 12 and Volkswagen uses a 10mm bolt. Yeah, so here's the Volvo sleeve in the shock bushing, and here's the Volkswagen pickup sleeve in the bushing. You can see it's a narrower fit there. You can just barely see the sleeve sticking out past the bushing, and this is one of the products my company makes. So we make these retrofit kits, and we'll also swap these bushings out for you if you want us to order a pair of shocks and modify them for you, because you've got to get this sleeve out of the bushing and it's really in there tight, and then you've got to get this sleeve in. So you're taking that big sleeve out and you're pushing this small one in. So what we have is a special tool we made. Just turn that on the lathe out of a scrap of metal, and the idea is this end fits in the sleeve, and then the new sleeve fits on over the top, and then you use a hydraulic press to push the old sleeve out, and then this part of the tool holds the rubber open and until you can slide the new sleeve in. So let me show you how that's done here. So let's see if I can get this all to work here. So the idea is to use this, you have a socket here. This happens to be 1 inch. So this is like a 1 inch 25mm socket. Idea is you want something that just fits over the rubber, roughly the size of the loop on the end of the shock here, which is about 1 inch. And this keeps the rubber bushing from pressing out, because you don't want to do that, because this is really hard to get back in. I know from experience. The idea is you just set your shock over the socket, and then you run the press down, and you can see how the tool is pushing the Volvo sleeve out. Just want to go down until it's just even there. Here's the sleeve that was in the bushing. Here's the tool, and there you go. One-step operation, and it's perfectly in there. And there you go. It's ready to go. It'll take a 10mm bolt. So yeah, here's your regular 10mm bolt. You can see it fits in there, a nice tight fit. And you just reuse the factory bolts. But you can see if you tried to use the 10mm bolt in the Volvo sleeve, you would have a lot of play. That solves two problems at once. This is too wide and the hole's too big, so we basically make a sleeve to replace that. Press it out, press the new one in, and now you have a Volkswagen pickup rear shock from Bilstein. So these, like I say, these are the Volvo 760. So the idea is the vehicle's about the same weight as the Volkswagen pickup, and these are also valved in the heavy duty or HD valving, and they match the heavy duty front inserts just perfectly. The ride is just really smooth and controlled. That is how you can put Bilstein shocks on the rear of your Volkswagen pickup. So that should fit the 80 through 84 models here in the US. And yeah, this is the Volvo 760 shock from Bilstein. You can see the part number there. There's a couple of different part numbers, but they all have this problem with the sleeves and the bushings. Anyway, I thought I'd show you one of our obscure products that we make. And if anybody has a Volkswagen pickup and would like to upgrade their rear shocks, it's relatively affordable. There are a few custom shocks that you can get, but they're pretty expensive, and a lot of them only sell the complete kit, front and rear. So if you already have the heavy-duty A1 inserts, which are the same as the Rabbit uses, so you can put the Rabbit shocks in the front, but you have to go with these Volvo shocks in the rear. So yeah, if you're interested in doing that, you drop us an email on our website, contact us there. I'll put that link in the video description, and we can get a set of these built up for you. We special order these because we don't have a huge demand for these. But yeah, if you want a set, we can build you up one, or we can just sell you the sleeves, and you can do it yourself. If you have a hydraulic press or an arbor press, you can probably do that. And we also make polyurethane spring bushings for the rear leaf springs on the pickup. So if you're rebuilding your rear suspension, we can get you the shocks, the sleeves for the shocks. If you want to do it yourself, we can also get you new spring and shackle bushings. So be sure to check us out. I'll put the link to the web page in the video description. If you have any questions, you can put that in the comments section below or on Google+. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll probably be doing more updates on some of our little lesser known products. And as always, thanks for watching.